with pictures tells 1,000 words, but to actually hear them and see them in front of your very eyes is incredibly powerful. And so we have some testimonials here today for you to really, really feel what these are truly doing for people. And so I think we might have Olivia come up first, along with her mum, Michelle Jones, who is in my business and has absolutely helped so many, but more importantly, her beautiful daughter, who we are blessed to have here with us today. And I think if there's one testimonial that really gets me here every time, it's the testimonial of the Jones family. And so, Olivia, how are you feeling, sweetheart?
Okay, I'm feeling all right.
That's great. That's fantastic. So, Olivia is a very special, beautiful young lady, about to turn 18 very, very soon. And Olivia has basically had her whole life turned upside down in the most positive and profound way, haven't you, darling?
Yes.
Yes. And so would you like to share a little of what your journey's been with the Golden Drops to date?
Yes.
Thank you, darling.
Okay.
Okay, are you okay to hold that?
Mm-hmm. Thank you for asking me to share my story today. When I was 5, I was diagnosed with cancer in my brain and spine. It causes a lot of problems such as mobility issues, concentration issues, severe anxiety, meltdowns, and poor motor skills. It also caused scoliosis in my spine. The spinal tumour has grown 3 times over the years, and each time I had to have treatment. When it grew again in 2021, my left leg completely stopped working. I had radiation and high-dose steroid treatment. The treatment was successful, and I did manage to walk again, but the tumour growth caused my scoliosis rods to snap, so I had to have a full spinal fusion to correct it. Unfortunately, because I hadn't reached my full strength before the big surgery, my hip muscles didn't cope with being pulled back into place. And after the surgery, I was unable to walk without a frame again. I was devastated but determined to get off the walking frame. For 63 weeks, I did intensive physio 3 days a week, but I just couldn't seem to improve much at all. I still needed my walking frame for all movement and a wheelchair for distances. It was so frustrating to work so hard for more than a year and not improve much at all. Mum is always looking for supplements to try and help me, and one day she found the Golden Drops. I started taking them in veggie caps every day, and suddenly everything started changing. In the first week of using the drops, Mum and Dad noticed that I was getting up off the couch much faster and without wincing. In week 2, Mum asked me if my leg brace was on properly, and to check it, I jumped! I don't know why, I just felt like I could, which was weird because I hadn't been able to jump for 10 years. Mum and Dad were staring at each other with their mouths open. It was pretty funny. In week 3, we saw my rehab pediatrician. She said my muscle range was the best she'd seen it since my relapse and asked what we were doing differently. Mum was pretty excited by this point, and then in week 4 it was Mother's Day, and the most exciting thing happened. For the first time in 63 weeks, I walked without my walking frame. And now I will turn you over to my mum.
Beautiful job.
Oh, thanks.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'll never forget that Mother's Day. It is so hard as a mother to not only watch your child lose the ability to walk, but to then watch her working so hard in rehab for over a year without getting much improvement at all. So when I say that these Golden Drops have been life-changing, not kidding, really, really life-changing. So it's been 3 months since Liv took her first steps without that walking frame, and her mobility has continued to improve. Every physio session now brings improvement, and she's now allowed to walk around the house with just a crutch by herself, which is phenomenal given where we've come from and how long that's taken. Absolutely incredible. And when she's with us or with a physio by her side, She can now walk around the house without that crutch as well, just with that support just in case. But it's all just going incredibly well. And her left leg is getting so much stronger now that when she does walk without the frame, she can get a proper stride happening now, which is huge, absolutely huge. So I have full confidence that she will achieve her goal, which is to walk across the stage at her graduation at the end of the year, without her frame, without a crutch, and without someone next to her. So that's the big goal, and I'm absolutely sure that she'll achieve it because she's just going so well. Aside from the obvious mobility improvements, Olivia has also had some very life-changing things happen. Her concentration has improved immensely. She's no longer having meltdowns. Her anxiety has decreased dramatically, and she can stop and think instead of reacting impulsively. She can engage genuinely in conversations, and we really do have our girl back. She's thriving, which is amazing, and I'm not going to cry. For me personally, my anxiety disappeared only days after I started using the golden drops. I was living in a constant state of stress, so the difference was obvious not just to me but to my family. For sure my husband will agree I'm a much nicer person to live with now. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Lots of people say that. So I also no longer get daily headaches and neck pain. I haven't used my wheat pack since we started on the drops. Poor old wheat pack just lives under the bed now. My hormones have balanced out and my plantar fasciitis pain is gone. I feel human again. I can function and I can focus. And my family are just so grateful for these drops and for the amazing company and just for everyone we've met along the way. And we thank you very much for letting us share our story today.